We are at the last and final race. Unfortunately,
today is a beautiful day, so I'm excited to run the last race in the series. I feel like being part of this race series has helped me grow relationships and friendships with people in the sport in the Northeast trail running. And it's been really fun to continue to see those people throughout the whole summer and to feel like we are doing something together and that we keep coming back.
I'm sure it's going to be really close. She's such a strong runner. I'm going to try to run really fast.
This has been my busiest summer of racing. I can't even remember how many races I've done, but it seems like it's been every other weekend.
I think that the less pressure I put on myself and the more I'm just enjoy it, no matter the outcome. I'm just happy to be here.
It should be a good race today. Haley and I are pretty close, and she's amazing. So excited to see her destroy it today.
Feeling good about the lineup today. I'm surprised that Michael is not here. That shocked me a little bit. I think that Max is my competition today. We've been really neck and neck the last two races. He's young, he's a good runner. I think I'm 15 years older than him, so he's got youth on his side. And so just trying to keep up with him today. I know that he's in a position where he could take the win today. I'm working, I'm training, got my kids, so there's a lot on my plate. But yeah, I think as good as I could be feeling at this point.
Yeah, this race started out pretty fast and not technical. We were on a road for 2 miles and then another at least mile of pretty gentle trail, not too much climbing. Kind of went out with Peter and Owen. Nothing too crazy. We're chatting, good bit of banter.
I've gained a lot of confidence in my abilities as a trail runner.
She is fast on the road. I know that for sure. I'm glad it's in the beginning, so maybe I have some time to catch up.
Yeah. Abby was still in the overall lead with two miles into the race, so she's cooking. Yeah, and then for the men, Max, who beat Peter at the last race, if he beats Peter by 10%, then he'll be the winner of the cup.
Just past mile 2, we entered the woods, and there was that bridge right there. Not technical at all. Just clipped my toe on it, fell, and whacked my head on the bridge. Just didn't feel right after that. Puked all over the trail in mile 7. Felt a lot better after that for a little while. Threw up again on mile 10. Oh, I mean, it happens, you know. You just gotta, like, be smarter and watch your feet, right? Silly mistake like that can come back to haunt you later in the race. I knew I had to be close to Max, and you know, he just took off after that point and couldn't catch him.
Yeah, right around mile 3, things kicked up, and didn't get steep right away, but it did get kind of technical, and I was just feeling really good, and I put in a pretty big dig right at the beginning there. I definitely knew that there was going to be kind of a speed limit on the really steep stuff, and so I definitely went like into the red a good bit right there, and put some time into Peter and Owen.
It's definitely more technical, and for someone who loves techie, there's a difference between techie up and down and techie runnable. Techie runnable is hard. On the first climb, I think up Cabot, I caught up to Peter, and they were like, you know, you can go, we can, I forget what they said, but you can pass us. I'm like, I don't think I should, because, you know, it's awesome to compete with the guys, but you still hesitate sometimes.
Both parts today, the climb up to Cabot was challenging. It was almost that grade where you feel like you should be running, but it's a little hard to. The descent from Cabot is extremely technical and steep. Just kept checking my watch, and I was like, 8 miles, 10 miles.
I'm so excited that we finally have some more mountain races, especially with the 4,000 footers. Like, I love running here, and now I get to race here too. That's pretty cool.
Got to just about the top of the second climb, and there was a moose just like right off the trail, probably 20 feet off the trail, and it was a big guy, like a huge rack of horns.
Yeah, so for the cup this year, we're doing the scoring by percentage of the winning time. So Max, who's currently leading the race, he's right in the top contenders for the cup. Super tight racing, every second counts. It's gonna be exciting.
I didn't know how much I needed to win by to beat Peter in the overall, so I was just kind of giving it whatever I had, and tried to keep the legs from falling apart too much. I felt the hamstrings starting to seize up a little bit there. I knew that this was going to be sort of a see what the hamstrings do day, and they managed to not seize up for most of the race.
a beautiful course. That was just perfect. Hard, technical, muddy, wet, slippery, all the good stuff.
The whole series has had a ton of female competition, and that's been really exciting to me. And I think it's probably the biggest story of the White Mountains Endurance Cup is the level of female competition. Yeah, Haley absolutely crushed it, and it was super inspiring for me to see. Just like kind of saying to myself, I was like, go Haley, because I knew like we're both in pain. It's like a really hard thing to do. I had a bit of a tough race, but did give it my all, and yeah, it was great to be out there.
Don't be scared if the way paralyzes your state at the gate. Don't be scared when the way paralyzes your state at the gate.
Yeah, I think in terms of, you know, what it means to me to be participating in things like this and how I want that to reflect on my kids is just showing them that, you know, if you work hard for something, put a lot of effort into it, you know, you can do it and be successful if you have that drive. You know, coming into running as a sport in like my mid-30s, you know, felt like maybe I was maybe a decade late for it, right? But you know, I kind of just put that thought out of my head and said, well, if I work hard enough, I think I can be competitive. And, you know, I like to show them that if you have that drive and that desire and, you know, you put the time and effort into it, put in the hard work, that, you know, things like that don't really matter and you can still get what you want out of it. So, yeah, hopefully that rubs off on them. And they kind of take those lessons and apply that to their own life.
I think there's like a really big part of the sport that I've come to realize is that everybody has kind of sections that they're going to be faster on, and you need to just kind of know yourself. And it's still tactical, but run your own race and know your body, and also like go in with a plan, and it could be out the window if you don't feel like you were expecting. So I think it was surprisingly dynamic in terms of like all the tactics. I really enjoyed that piece of it, and I think only more to continue learning in that area. I definitely want this series to become like a kind of big thing. I'd love for it to get, you know, hundreds of people doing the whole thing. That'd be awesome. So we'll absolutely be coming back to at least some of these races. They're all so fun and all have something unique.
I think it's only going to become more competitive next year, and hopefully bring in some people from outside of New England. I think it's been such a huge thing for Northeast Trail running. It's probably been like the biggest and most exciting thing that's happened in Northeast Trail running that I've ever seen. So yeah, I think it's going to grow from here.
Because I think maybe people would be surprised if they come out and run these races that, you know, is a bit more than they expected. You know, maybe the peaks aren't, you know, 10, 13,000 feet high, but you know, they're technical and they're nasty and they're gnarly and they'll beat you up all the same.
I love the ecosystems here. There's so many like plants and mushrooms, animals, and just it's very alive. And I feel like whenever I'm out with someone, we talk about how different that feels than any other part of the country when you're in big mountains.
And it's just a really awesome organization. I mean, I think the fact that they're putting on these races shows that we've got a lot of investment in the sport in the Northeast, and this particular little slice of racing, technical kind of mountain running in New England is niche, but I really hope it grows, and I'd love to be part of growing it.